Well, in Lesson 7, we finally get to a topic that many of you have been wondering about why I haven't got to it before, and that has to do with technical treatments. Now, I've spent 6 lessons up to this point talking about theory and harmony, because harmony is the framework for everything you do. Once you understand the harmony, you know what the framework is going to be, and then you can use treatments, technical treatments on top of that. For example, if you know you're going to play a D7 chord in a song at a certain place, there's an enormous number of things that you can do technically. You can play something very simple or something very complicated. You can play it low, you can play it high, you can play it big, you can play it quietly. On and on. These are the technical treatments that we start covering in this lesson. Now, there's a lot of different concepts that you can go through, numerous concepts, and I just give you some things to get you started. For example, I talked about left-hand rhythm. There's a little simple. Even things like just playing on 1 and 2 and holding off on beat 3, those kind of things, very simple things. Every pianist needs to know arpeggios. For example, this Thanksgiving, you see the little arpeggios, little 3-note arpeggios, and we start with maybe 3-note arpeggios, but you can get fancier. So we'll talk through those and what notes to put in the arpeggios. Of course, you can go down too, if you actually wanted to. But that's all an option for you as well. Those are options for you as well. Right-hand arpeggios. You know, they're sort of the staple of church pianists. It seems like every church pianist has to use that kind of stuff. And you can come down, or if you're really fancy, you can go up and down. There's all kinds of things you can do there, and I'll talk through some of those things as well. Oh, let's see, moving the melody to a low register. Oh, let's see what else. Scales. Scales very often are used in this kind of music. I use them a lot. They connect 2 points. You have an origin and a destination. For example, back to Great Is Thy Faithfulness. That was a very, very poor example of that. But if I know I have to go to here, you have to play in a scale to get there. To get there. So we'll talk about scales. We'll talk about things like how to play big. A lot of wrong notes in there. So we'll talk about that, power styles. We'll talk about rhythmic variety, changing 3/4 to 4/4. We'll talk about things like inner voice movement, or what you might call simple counterpoint, where you have little voices moving within a song. So those kind of things work really well. That's just the beginning. There's an awful lot you can do in terms of technical treatments, but that'll get you started.